KALAYAAHLA BashirakakWadash Barakathum. Alright. It's King Dalen, brother KALAYAAHLA. Back with another lesson, back with another topic, back with another video. Alright, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. Alright. Yahweh Shah Barakathum to the hopeful elect. Alright, you sincere believers out there. Peace, blessing, salutation to the house of David. Alright. I'm gonna read this Psalm chapter 78, verse 10. They kept not the covenant of God and refused to walk in his law, and forgot his works and his wonders that he had shewed them. Marvelous things did he in the sight of their fathers in the land of Egypt and the field of Zoan. He divided the sea and caused them to pass through. And he made the waters to stand as a heap. And at daytime also he led them with a cloud, and all the night with a light of fire. And he clave the rocks in the wilderness and gave them drink out of the great depths. He brought streams also out of the rock and caused waters to run down like rivers. And they sinned yet more against him by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. So the topic of this video, topic of this lesson, all right, is the remembrance of the Passover, all right? The remembrance of the Passover and the great wonders and signs that led up to that great Passover, all right? And what is that great what does the Passover represent? All right, the Passover represents, all right, the blood of the lamb on each door being exempt. All right, the blood on the lamb on each door, that the families in those houses will be exempt from judgment. That the firstborn of each Israelite family be exempt from judgment. All right, but the Egyptians were not. All right, so that's a day that the Lord, all right, Yahweh Shai, when you get into it, smitten, all right, killed all the firstborn. You know, to tell you that it's gonna tell you that. So this is so the Passover is to be greatly held in remembrance, and the great 10 plagues, right, which those plagues lead up to that Passover, the smiting of the firstborn, all right, in Israel being passed over, being pardoned from that, and then delivered from captivity, exiting from the land, man. All right, so these are the great works we Yahweh Shai did. So we must remember this thing, all right, because the Lord is gonna do great works again. All right, and it's about the faith, because remember, our forefathers, all right, our forefathers, they seen all the great works in Egypt, and they ass was still scoffing. All right, after the Lord then did great works and miracles, man. Killed your enemies. He parted the Red Sea. You walked on dry land. You literally had a chariot over you, hovering over you the whole time. You know, he made bread fall from heaven. He made water come out of. He made pools of water, fresh water, burst out of a rock, man. Fresh spring water, man. And these niggas was still scoffing in the wilderness. So that's why it's important to remember these things and have faith. All right, because the Lord gonna do it again. You don't wanna when shit finna start heating up, you don't wanna start doubting and losing faith, and you start scoffing against the Lord. All right, you start tempting the Lord. You start acting like your ancestors. You start tempting the Lord, man, with no faith. That's why the scriptures say without faith. So this is why we're going over this, to remember the great work, to remember the Passover, and remember the great works of that time. And the Lord is about to do more great works again. He gonna amplify it times 2. All right, but I want to get Hebrews real quick. Because without faith, it is impossible to please him. And you know it, Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it, the elders obtain a good report. You see that? Read that again. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it, the elders obtain a good report. And I did like a video on this a while ago about the good report, by the elders obtain a good report. Because the angels are writing down and marking everything that you're doing, man. All right. And if you go through this, all right, show you how Abel, Enoch, Abraham, Noah, list goes on and on, how they obtain a good report through their faith. All right. Through the faith, they obtain a good report. All right. Through their faith and by the works, and when the works were shown. Okay. So without faith, it is impossible. So let's go to verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. Okay? But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God, he that cometh to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, must believe that he is. All right? And what is it? What is the Lord's name? What is the Most High's name? Yahweh. He is. You see, I'm going to read that again. Look. You know what I'm saying? The name is all throughout the scriptures, man. Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please. Right. So the Lord, when you say, and you just can't say, okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. No, you gotta believe. You gotta truly believe in that. Now you gotta believe that He is. You gotta truly believe that. You gotta know that. Hey, I'm serving the Most High God, man, the Creator of the heavens and earth. He is. He is. All right. You got to believe that, man. That the Most High can do anything at any given time, man. This is what your faith got to be on, regardless of what is going around you on a carnality, physical level. All right? Because all this stuff is just a shadow of things to come. All this stuff is like a simulation. This stuff is real, but at the same time, all this stuff passes away. All right, Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua must believe that He is. So if you come to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, all right, you gotta believe He is. You gotta believe that the Most High Yahweh, He is. You gotta truly believe that, man. You gotta truly believe that, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. All right. And you can search out the scriptures. It's all types of account. All in Hebrews 11, give you the rundown. All right, with Abel. All right, gave Abel, the forefather Abel, the forefather Enoch, the forefather Noah, forefather Abraham. All right, Isaac, Jacob, the foremother Sarah. All right, the list goes on and on, man. Joseph. If they mention it, I think they're gonna mention, Joseph. Moses. You see that? And speaking of Moses, let's read about Moses. But matter of fact, but start verse 21, because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the time of the great Passover, the great wonders and signs, the 10 plagues that the Lord Yahweh, all right, by Hashem Yahushua, right, because Yahushua was always there, man, through the Spirit, man, and then He was there in the chariot. All right. So we always had Yahushua with us, man. It says by faith Moses. All right, let's you see that? It's all type of accounts, all type of, man, you gotta search these scriptures, man. All right, Hebrews 11 and 20, verse 21. All right, by faith Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worshipped, leaning upon the top of the staff. By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel and gave commandment concerning his bones. All right, and Joseph did what? He prophesied. It's letting you know Joseph prophesied about the what? I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna show you verse 22. By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel, and gave commandment concerning his bones. How did he do that? Uh, he said that in this how he did that. Let me see, he did that in 50. You know, cause he said something. He said my bones gonna be in the. Let me see. No exact saying is. Con. Right. So, and this is what happened. And Joseph prophesied. All right. There was the book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 24. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God will surely visit you, all right, and bring you out of this land unto the land where he swore unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. You see that? And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from hence. You see that? So I'm reading. It said Joseph died being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt. Right, but he didn't stay in Egypt. His bones didn't stay in Egypt. It got when Moses and them left. Moses took the bones of Joseph and carried them up and took them to the land of Canaan. You know. Joseph said this all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah through faith. Joseph like, look, he said, look, I die, but he said the Most High gonna visit y'all, man. He gonna bring y'all out of this land to the other land. And he said, took an oath. He said, saying, the Most High will surely visit you, and ye shall create my bones from me. So Joseph said that through faith, and then guess what? After death, it happened. You know, because when you go on, going to the 12th, when the day of the Passover. A lot of stuff happened on the day of the Passover, man. All right, they got the bones of Joseph. I think that was the last. What it might have been? Let me see if I'm right. Bones of Joseph. One of these. Let me see some. It was in the 13th, that's what I was saying. All right. Started just Exodus 13:19. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him. You see that? So look, this is prophecy fulfilled, man. All through faith. Joseph said this. And what was the time span? All right. This was the time span. Exodus chapter 12, verse 40. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the self-same day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land. Right, so in the Passover, the day of the Passover, that's when that same day when Yahushua came and killed them Egyptians, destroyed them heathens, man. All right. With the same time, same 24-hour span, same day, all right? Sun, moon, dynamics. When Israel came out of the land, man, and same day, Moses took the bones of Joseph. It's the same day, man, all right? And we talking about time span, where Joseph said this, because Joseph, this was the beginning when Israel came in, all right? When it talks about, in the first Exodus, let's get the history, man, so you can understand this thing. Book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, right? Dan and Naphtali, Gad, Asher, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob was 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. All right? And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied, waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And why they say which knew not Joseph? Because Joseph was a key role for the Egyptians, for the ancient Egypt becoming a global power, if you will, a national power. During that famine, pretty much everybody was eating off of Egypt, man, because of Joseph, because the Lord raised up Joseph, raised up the horn of Joseph, man. It tells you, read about that in Sirach. When Sirach is is honoring great men. You can read about that in various other chapters. We just read about it in Hebrews 11. All right, so really, Joseph said, all right, from when they came in, from whence they came in, Exodus 12:40, now the sojourning children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. So roughly around that time, about 430 plus years, right? To then, and Moses took the bones, Exodus 13:19, and Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry my bones away hence with you. You see that? So Joseph prophesied something through faith, and it happened. It happened 430 plus years later. Nevertheless, it happened, man. And that's man. And the reason why we going over that, because it mentioned it in Hebrews. The Apostle Paul, all right, is using that as an example as for great faith, man. All right. Verse 22, Hebrews 11, verse 22. By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel. So Joseph believed, look, y'all gonna come out of this land. Y'all ain't gonna be in this land forever. All right, you can say Egypt was like a test ground. It was like for Israel to get their wings, so to speak. Because when we came in Egypt with 70 souls, but then we came as a nation. All right, we became fruitful and multiplied. We got busy. All right, it says and gave commandment concerning his bones. And gave commandment concerning his bones, right? Because Joseph said, it's one oath, he said, y'all gonna take my bones out of here and bring it to, because Joseph didn't want his bones in damn Egypt. Or he wanted the land, because Joseph buried his father in the land of Canaan. So Joseph wanted his bones to be in the land of Canaan. All right. Verse 23, by faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child. And they were not afraid of the king's commandment. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of a Mashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. Man, that's what. Hey, you think about from ancient Egypt all the way to pretty much now, because we ain't that long from the year of our Lord, right? The coming of our Lord. Whether it be I don't know when it, but me personally, I believe it's gonna be soon, very, very soon. But but we speaking about ancient Egypt all the way to even like to now, 2021 AD, right? All the way to ancient Egypt, man. You talking like, that was like 4,000 years ago. Roughly 4,000 years. About 4 days ago, going on 5, probably, maybe. About 4 days. To the Lord, like, that about 4 days. Moses. They probably talking about Moses and the Red Sea. I got Moses. Remember Moses and Aaron. They told him split the Red Sea. That about 4 days ago, man. You know what I'm saying? That was about in the third heaven. They talking that like 4 days ago. All right, but on here in our realm in this third dimensional realm and its dynamics. All right, that was like what, 4,000 years ago, man. But Moses had that type of faith, that great faith, to what I'm striving for, what, eternal. I want the glory of the Messiah of Yahweh Shah. I want to be joint heirs with that man. All right, you know what I'm saying? It's, verse 20, it says, esteeming the reproach of Yahweh Shah greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. And Moses had him. Moses was like the prince of Egypt. He could have been called the Pharaoh's daughter. But he says he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, man. Verse 26, esteeming the reproach of Yahweh Shah greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense. Salaki. For he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath for the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. Through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. You see that? By faith they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land, which the Egyptians are saying to do were drowned. All right, and this is the whole point of the thing, remembering the Passover and the great works and miracles of our Lord, the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, and this is all through faith, man. All right, by first believing and showing that you believe through the work, by doing it, man. It was by faith, and then the action follow suit. All right, you had enough confidence. You believe. All right, you was fully persuaded, man. You was fully persuaded. Okay, and Moses was fully persuaded, man. It tells you he's going through each and every echelon, if you will. All right, each and every echelon, if you will. Of the dynamics of the faith of Moses, and the faith in his works. It's extracting, what Moses did, and it's showing you, okay, look, you see that that was Moses. He had faith in that. That's why that happened. He had faith in this, and that happened, and faith in that, and that happened, and and it pleased the Most High, right? But it was one time where the Most High was angry. Well, twice, I think twice, could have been 3 times. All right, once Most High was finna kill Moses, for not circumcising his son. That was even before he even was even about to go back to Egypt. The Lord called him, but he didn't circumcise his son because he was dealing with what? A heathen woman, right? But see, Moses it wasn't no, that was a situation. That was a bang situation. But all right, and then second time was Moses didn't. The Lord said he didn't hallow his name or something like that. Basically, he didn't stand for the name of the Lord. That's also show you that you got to stand for it. You got to, Lord, in Psalms 94:16, while the Lord said, "Who shall rise up for me against the evildoers?" Because the Lord was mad at Moses because I think it was Moses, Aaron, and children of Israel was scoffing. And Moses just tired of their ass, And I think Moses did something. I'm trying to call it back, but the Lord said, "Well, you didn't like it was something like Moses didn't defend the Lord against their ass or something like that." And that's why Moses couldn't. Moses saw the promised land. The Lord let him see it, but he couldn't go into it, man. And Moses was begging the Lord, like, please. And the Lord said, nope. So, hey, this is, So how much more? How much more you niggas with no faith, man? Niggas out here toast, man. Toast the strudel. Walking chocolate. This is what I want to get this now. Psalm 78. I don't know, I've been talking. Psalm 78, verse 42. They remembered not his hand. Psalm 78, verse 42. They remembered not his hand, nor the day when he delivered them from the enemy. Right. So this is talking about you Israelites. You gotta remember. This is what I'm saying. We calling this back to the remembrance, calling this back to the great works, the 10 plagues leading up to the Passover. We came out of the land, the first Exodus. Then on top of that, the Lord split the Red Sea. We passed on dry land. All right. Yahushua was in the chariot, blocking the Egyptian army from getting to us. You know, walked through the Red Sea unscathed. Like how is in the word unscathed? Unscathed. Not walked on dry land, man. A multitude, millions of people, man, millions of people. Cattle and all. Talking about cattle. I had the sheep, the goats, the lambs, probably the cow, the buffalo. Probably the horseback. Probably pots and pans. Chariots, stuff to carry the stuff. All type of different stuff walked on dry land, man. Yahushua was behind the multitude, was between behind the Israelite multitude and in front of the Pharaoh's army. So he can block that off. And then when it was time when Israel was fully passed over, what happened? Mosai drowned their ass in the sea. The Egyptians, man. And these niggas, they didn't consider, man. They didn't consider. That's why I said, in Hebrews, they didn't consider, man. And it's also why I'm doing this video, because we're trying to enter into that rest, man. We're trying to enter into that rest, and Apostle Paul calls what to mind? Because as the first covenant, Moses was what the first mediator, right? Because Moses was dealing with the people face to face. Although Yahushua was there, Moses was like the mediator because Moses was doing what? He was dealing with the people face to face. That's why I also said Yahushua shall deal with us face to face. And people think that's talking about like a second wilderness that we're gonna be dealing. They take that out of context. When they say you're gonna deal with us face to face. And it's a multitude. It's manyfold, but when Yahushua, when he's finna be the next mediator. All right, the new and better mediator of what Moses was. That's why when Moses and Elijah, all right, Elijah was like, and Moses was what? The first mediator. He represent the law. All right, but Yahushua is now the mediator. Elijah, what was one of the greatest prophets. Elijah was really like, well, Enoch, right? Elijah and Enoch was what? The only prophets to get beamed up, to get took. No other person besides, and Enoch, pretty much, when we get into it, it really Elijah, because Enoch was took before the world ended, before the great flood, and then after that, it was like Noah, then the flood happened, and it was like a restart. So then it was like, boom, Elijah got took for his faithfulness, for his right, one of the greatest prophets. I say one of the greatest prophets, man. But the Most High said, in the prophecy said, Elijah shall turn what? The hearts of the people to the hearts of shall return. Let me get that. But the Lord said, Yahushua, this is my beloved son whom I well pleased. So here you got it. You got Moses, a man that spoke to the Lord mouth to mouth, man. Let me get that. The Lord said, whom so showing you, and this kind of goes sway on. I want to prove a quick point, man. All right, Numbers chapter 12, verse Uh, 7. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. In the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? Right, so Moses, uh, the Most High was pretty much, the Most High was having conversations with Moses, man. All right, and to nobody, not just anybody just can have, you can't, have just Lord just have conversations with the Lord, man. Nobody, that's really not, that's not happening. It was only a few men, really just Moses and Yahushua and maybe like the high priest, really, probably, and not even Ezra. It was the angel Uriel coming down and speaking to him. But with Moses, the Lord was speaking, like the Lord came to him through the burning bush, spoke to him. Even the Lord said, "You can't look at me. All right, you gotta only can see my back parts. If any man see me, you'll die." Because Moses was in the corruptible body, so he couldn't behold the glory of the Lord, and all in that, the foul, corruptible, earthen vessel, man. All right, so I'm just saying, I'm bringing this out, showing you that, okay, Moses, because remember I said it was Moses, Elijah, and Yahushua. And I'm saying this because Yahushua is going to be the second mediator. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying all this I'm saying all this to call in to your remembrance of what happened of old and the first covenant, the first mediator, and all this, and that stuff is going to be on a way greater scale that's coming up. So you must have way greater faith. You must increase your faith. This is why I'm saying all this stuff, man. All right, so now we got Moses down, right? Who a man, most meek man on the earth. It said in verse 3, right? Let's get that. Verse 3 says, "Now the man of Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. A very humble man. A man that, didn't really care about this Moses. Moses didn't care about being a ruler over Israel, man. Moses was like, who am I? The Most High said, the Most High came to Moses, said, you shall deliver my people Israel. Moses was like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? And then you had wicked niggas trying to come up against Moses. I'm talking about some who the Most High killed, opened up the ground. All right, Moses, you niggas, that's how, it's funny, like the Lord choose like the most humblest men, the most humblest brothers that don't care about, what men care about, men in the world, titles and vanity, man. Moses didn't care about none of that, man. Moses was just, Moses was a humble, sincere, meek brother, man. Straight up, man, straight up. And then let's get Elijah. When he said Elijah shall turn the, Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. "Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord." Right, and in his way, because the Most High, he did send Elijah, because the Most High, he beamed up Elijah. All right, because there's no, when Elijah got beamed up, did he die in the third heaven? What happened? What happened? Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. "Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord." So I'm saying to say this, even Elijah, even Yahushua is greater than Elijah. And I'm going to read, it's going to show, it says, "And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse." And lest means before. Before I come is, hence pass or time pass, that whole grammar system. All right. But Elijah was a chosen, ordained prophet, to do what? To restore the pretty much restore what's the right words? All right, restore from the great falling away, because it was a great falling away. But Elijah was sent to do what? To restore that. All right. But the Lord said this. Matthew 17:5. Let's start at verse 4. Let's start at verse 3. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias, or Elijah, talking with them. Then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved son. Read that again. And then behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. Okay? Hear ye him. So Yahushua is going to do what? He's coming to bring everything with him, man. All right? Just like Moses was going up in that mountain for 40 days or 40 nights. You know, in the sense, Yahushua is up, Yahushua is up in that. He's going to come back in that. But this time, Yahushua is going to bring the mountain with him. He's going to bring the mountain with him, Mount Zion, the huge chariot, the huge fathership, man. He coming to bring all that with him. He coming to bring the covenant, all that, the salvation, the deliverance. He's coming to bring all that at once, man. All that at once. See, you people don't know what you're dealing with. See, the Lord is finna get ready and do great works, man. All right? So your faith got to be on a whole nother level. The Lord is coming to put the law, the Lord is going to put the instructions from the heavens into your, first he's going to give you a new body of the heavens, incorruptible spiritual body, and then he's going to put the laws, which are the instructions, the teachings of the heavens within your inward parts, man. And and pretty much perfect you. You be one with the Most High, Yahweh Shah. You know? And that's the everlasting life that was preached. You know? That's why the Most High sent his son, to do that. Because, Moses, they played a key role in, in heralding stuff and getting stuff in order, These was all things, a shadow of things to come. And these was all, just a learning experience. All right? And then Elijah was do what? He was sent to pretty much restore from the great falling away, reawaken the children of Israel, bring them back to who they are. And then same thing with, with John the Baptist when he heard in Yahushua, because when you get into it, Elijah is John the Baptist in the reincarnation. All right, but that's really, that ain't really that deep. And then receive it. I remember some people in the Christian church know that. I knew that way back. But anyway, yeah, Elijah is John the Baptist in the reincarnation. So Elijah was pretty much inheriting, Yahweh. So everything is pointing to Yahushua, man. So why am I saying all this about, the Passover? Well, Yahushua was everything this is centered around Yahushua. What, the lamb. Yahushua is the lamb. The blood, Yahushua said, this is, take this cup of my wine. It's the blood when he was getting crucified, with blood being shed. When he died, all that. His blood was shed for many for the remission of sins, that blood. Now, it was ancient Egypt. Now, it's a new Egypt. The blood it's on all, on all Israel. All right? Now, it's up to, ultimately it's up to the Father, but whatever you're doing is going to be, are you guilty of the blood or not? Because some Israelites are guilty of the blood. All right? And then, you know, Yahweh Shah was doing what? When he was on the scene, great works and miracles in the name of the Lord, and, you know, to believe. Ancient Egypt was doing what? Moses and Aaron, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, doing what? Great works and miracles and signs the Lord was doing. All right, which the Lord is going to amp up again and do again. And then after that, what going to be? Yahweh Shah going to come with them chariots and beam up. That's why it says in Isaiah 52. Let me get, is this, I don't know what I'm talking, man. Hey, Isaiah 52. Right, it's Isaiah 52, verse 12. For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight. For the Lord Yahweh will go before you, and the God of Israel will be your reward. Your reward. All right. And when you go in that word reward, it means to gather to it. It's let me get it. All right. So meaning, look, man, you're not gonna go out like the same time. You know how Egypt, you know, ancient Egypt, children of Israel got up in haste and, you know, ran. It ain't gonna be like that. The Lord gonna do it. They said the Lord gonna be he gonna do it, man. You know how you gonna have to run on, you know, walk through the Red Sea out in haste and, you know, that's why he said, for ye shall not go out with haste. Because if you go to Exodus 12, we left Egypt with haste, you know. Why the Lord said, with your shoes girded on your feet, with your staff in your hand, for tonight is the Lord's Passover, and now I will smite the firstborn of Egypt. Because pretty much several hours later, who knows the split time, but that act was done with, you know, Yahweh Shah came and smit all the firstborn, and there was a great cry, and there was Pharaoh they was like, damn, you know, they were like, we gotta get these. We gotta get these Israelites. You gotta get these Hebrews out of here. That's what they was saying, man. And they was like, y'all gotta go. All right, Mo was like, yep. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about some bless me too. Damn wicked Hamite talking about some bless him too. Man, hell nah. You know? Probably put some curses on him. All right, talking about bless me too, man. You know, but yeah, we left out of Egypt in haste, man. All right, and then when we was walking, you know, and then damn Hamites talking about some why we let them go. So the Most High hardened their hearts, and then Pharaoh got his troops, his army, and then started trying to run us down, chase us down, and bring us back. But now it's too late, man. And I said no go by flight because this time we came out of Egypt in haste, but now these motherfuckers, these Egyptians, Pharaoh and his army, with his cavalry, with his troops, came marching and pretty much running, you know, chasing us on horseback, man. All right, so we got put to flight in a sense. We was running from these damn Egyptians. Mosai gave Moses the power or Aaron, whichever one had the rod in their hand to stretch forth, and the Red Sea was departing. You know, you had Yahweh shot a chariot, and the Red Sea was parting, and we had, you know, go in haste, man. You know, we walked on dry land, but you know, it was in a hurry. So we said no go by. So we got put to flight, you know. But this time, the reason why I'm saying it because this is the second. That was the first Exodus, but this is gonna be the second Exodus. All right, Isaiah 52:12. For ye shall not go out with haste, no go by flight, nor go by flight. For the Lord Yahweh will go before you, and the God of Israel will be your reward. All right. All right, reward. And it's Asaph, right?
Strong's H622. Asaph.
To gather, to receive, remove, gather in. To gather, collect, to gather. Right, so the Lord is going to gather us. He says to assemble, to be gathered. So the Lord is going to assemble the people to gather, take in. It says to gather harvest, right? The end of the world. And Yahweh Shah, the parable said the harvest is what, the end of the world? You know? to regard, to be gathered, to gather oneself or themselves, together, gather, assemble, reward, right? So the Lord said, I will be your rewards. He said, I will be your gather. The Lord said, he's going to gather us. You see that? By the way of the chariots, man, by the way of beaming us up. Aerial phenomenons, aerial deliverance, aerial salvation. It's going to be a strange and marvelous salvation. So I say the wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, man. So this is what we're supposed to be remembering, man. This is what we all call into mind. So, and mind you, Yahweh Shai is coming to do this. See, the Most High. See, this is why you gotta believe, because this is getting built up. Because remember, the Most High sent Most High was getting Moses built up and said, "Look, Moses, you're gonna do this and do this and do that." All right. But this time, the Most High is getting Yahweh Shai built up and saying, "Look, Yahweh Shai, you about to do this. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that." And see, Yahweh Shai, he gonna do it to a T. He not gonna mess up. The Most High Yahweh ain't gonna be like, nah, see Yahweh Shai, you ain't honor me in that. See right there, see how can you kind of made me mad right there. That's not happening. That's not happening. All right, Yahweh Shai is finna come back and do everything to a T perfectly. I'm talking about perfectly, man. And Yahweh Shai is coming to get his glory. All right, because Yahweh Shai did, twice, triple, if not 10 times more than anybody else did. All right, including Moses, because, Moses didn't shed his blood. And Moses didn't walk perfectly and then, shed his blood for the whole nation, died for the nation, man. All right. That was Yahweh Shai's lot. Yahweh Shai did that. The scripture said he was more than any man. So Yahweh Shai, he had the greatest cup to drink. All right? Because he had he got the greatest office to do, man. Underneath his father, of course. You see that? So I just want to, point that out, man. But I might come back and do a part 2. Time kind of slipped me. The spirit can go where it will, man. We can talk. Hey, we can talk, man. Go all day in these scriptures, man. But Lord will, I might come back with a part 2. If the Lord will. But with that, I'm going to close out, giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. All right. Hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.